Some of the news published on our 3 websites continue to draw your particular attention, hence the steady high number of visits received. All right, we present them in this weekly review. No surprise if you feel familiar with these topics. On armyrecognition.com, you expressed your interests for what follows. Rheinmetall unveiled its new Mission Master Armed Reconnaissance UGV. The Estonian Army successfully fired EuroSpike guided missiles. The production model of the Iranian-made Karrar main battle tank is ready to enter service. Morocco confirmed the purchase of 30 French Nexter Caesar self-propelled howitzers, and the Chinese Army conducted drone supply delivery drills in Tibet. Rheinmetall's Mission Master Autonomous Unmanned Ground Vehicle, or AUGV family, has just gained a new member, the Mission Master Armed Reconnaissance. Equipped with intelligence gathering technology and a Rheinmetall Field Ranger remote control weapon station, the new Armed Reconnaissance module is designed to collect tactical intelligence in the area of operations while providing frontline fire support whenever necessary. The Mission Master Armed Reconnaissance is designed to execute high-risk scouting missions and deliver a real-time common operating picture without putting soldiers in danger. Since an enormous volume of data is gathered during missions of this type, Rheinmetall's new AUGV is equipped with resilient, highly reliable systems. The Armed Reconnaissance module also features radio-agnostic architecture, which means it can accommodate any type of radio that customers may need. Like all members of the Mission Master family, the Armed Reconnaissance version is already networked to the Argus soldier system and Rheinmetall command and control software, which can be installed in any user's battle management system. The Estonian Army has completed a firing of Spike short-range missiles in a demonstration that took place in September. Let's remind that EuroSpike is a European joint venture between Rafael Advanced Defense Systems, Diehl Defense and Rheinmetall Defense. Its Spike SR is part of the wider multi-platform, multi-purpose, multi-range Spike family of electro-optical missiles. It's an advanced shoulder-launched guided missile designed for modern infantry warfare. Spike SR benefits include a light weight of only 10 kilos, operational simplicity, and an enhanced range of 2,000 meters. Spike SR's ease of use allows the lower echelon infantry to rapidly qualify and to sustain a high level of operation with almost no continuous training. The Iranian Army has received the latest version of the local-made Karrar main battle tank that has completed all the final trial tests and is now ready to be delivered. The first pictures of the Iranian tank Karrar were released in March 2017 by the official website of the Iranian Defense Ministry. According to a previous analysis, the Karrar is based on the Soviet-made T-72, but features a new turret and a new armor. The design of the tank seems very similar to the Russian T-90MS. It keeps the same armament, a 125mm smoothbore gun. According to the Iranian defense industry, the Karrar has the capability to fire anti-tank guided missiles. The turret is equipped with a carousel automatic loader. The secondary armament of the Karrar consists in a remotely operated weapon station armed with a 7.62mm machine gun mounted at the rear of the commander hatch. According to an article published in the Royal Moroccan Armed Forces magazine, edition August-September 2020, Morocco confirms the acquisition of 30 French-made Nexter Caesar 6x6 self-propelled howitzers. These will be based on a Sherpa 6x6 truck chassis manufactured by the French company Argus. Last January, the French newspaper La Tribune announced that Nexter had signed a contract worth €230 million for the sale of Caesars and ammunition to Morocco. Since this self-propelled howitzer entered service, it has become combat-proven during combat operations in Afghanistan, Mali, Lebanon, Iraq, Syria and the Sahel region, the Middle East and East Asia. More than 300 Caesars have already been produced to date. A wartime drone supply delivery drill has recently been carried out in the Tibet plateau's hinterland at an altitude of 4,500 meters under the guidance of the Chinese Army's Logistic Department and the Support Department of the Tibet Military Command. According to a chief of the Logistic Department, the flight status of the drone was not stable due to the influence of high altitude and bad weather. The operators need to make comprehensive judgment on the terrain, wind speed, temperature, and other factors to ensure the drone's safe landing at the predetermined point. Since the beginning of this year, the Chinese Army's Logistic Department has organized multiple drone delivery tests in the plateau area to unlock the last mile of material supplies for troops deployed at high altitudes area like Tibet. They will gradually solidify and further expand this model to include ammunition supplies. Among all the news published on Reconnaissance.com, here are the ones that drew your particular attention. Pantsir-M Russian-made medium-range naval air defense missile system. The European OCCAR organization manages the Logistic Support Ship LSS program for Italy and France. And 3. GE power conversion to provide power and propulsion system for US naval security multi-mission vessels. This November month, the Russian Navy has commissioned its new project, 22,800 Karrar-class corvette Odintsovo, the first warship equipped with the Pantsir-M medium-range air defense missile system, a naval version of the land version, Pantsir-S1, mounted on an 8x8 truck chassis. Last October, small targets were released by Sukhoi Su-27 fighter jets of the Baltic Fleet. These targets were all destroyed by the Pantsir-M fitted on the Odintsovo. The Pantsir-M is fully automated and can engage up to 4 targets simultaneously at a range of up to 20 kilometers and can operate as a battery of up to 4 modules. Pantsir-M can intercept sea-skimming missiles flying as low as 2 meters above the surface. So, from now on, a Pantsir-M is installed on Project 22,800 corvettes and other upgraded warships. It is likely to become the main close-range air defense weapon of the Russian Navy. The OCCAR, the European Organization for Joint Armament Cooperation, manages the Logistic Support Ship program for Italy and France. This LSS program comprises the development and production of 5 ships along with in-service support. The ships have been designed from the outset with enhanced dual-use features for military operations and civilian rescue operations. The Logistic Support Ship will be capable of supporting multiple missions ranging from Naval Joint Task Force to headquarters afloat operations, providing medical support and transporting naval and aviation fuel, fresh water, ammunition, lubricating oil, food, spare parts, and 20 food containers. The units are fully interoperable with NATO and EU partners and will be more versatile than the present generation of logistic ships, benefiting from extensive use of the modularity concept. General Electric's power conversion business has been awarded a $40 million contract to supply the power and propulsion system for 2 U.S. national security multi-mission vessels, or NSMVs. This new class of purpose-built ships will be used primarily to provide cadets with at-sea training on operational vessels. The National Security Multi-Mission Vessel is designed to provide a state-of-the-art training platform. General Electric was selected as the single-source vendor for the ship's propulsion system, which includes the integration of the diesel engines, generators, switchboards, transformers, main propulsion drives, propulsion motors, and auxiliary support systems. While prior training vessels use steam propulsion plants, the new ships will have an all-electric system, enabling students to be trained on the latest technology being used in the commercial marine industry. The 3 news published on airrecognition.com that particularly drew your attention are these. The Royal Air Force remembers the arrival of its first CH-47 Chinook in 1980. The European MALE remotely piloted aircraft program completes negotiations between Airbus and the OCCAR. And the 101st Airborne soldiers helped with the design of US Army's V-280 Valor future assault aircraft. The arrival at RAF ODM on the 22nd of November 1980 of the first Royal Air Force CH-47 Chinook helicopter has been remembered. This significant milestone of 40 years of RAF service is being recognized by the stations and squadrons that operate the iconic Chinook ahead of celebrations expected in May 2021. Air Vice Marshal Nigel Coleman, Commander, Joint Helicopter Command, said, "For the majority of its time in service, the Chinook has been part of the Joint Helicopter Command where its incredible capability has been in great demand, both at home and overseas. All those involved in Chinook operations, both past and present, should take great pride in what they have achieved. The Chinook will continue to be a familiar sight and sound in the years ahead, and we all look forward to the next chapter in the Chinook's illustrious history." Since the Falklands War in 1982, the Chinook has been involved in every major conflict, seeing action in Northern Ireland, Bosnia, Kosovo, Sierra Leone, Iraq and Afghanistan, where it conducted the medical emergency reaction team role, collecting injured personnel from the battlefield. In addition to a presence in the Middle East, the RAF currently deploys the Chinook and its supporting personnel to Mali, supporting the French-led Operation Barkhane against terrorist groups. After several months of intensive negotiations between Airbus Defence and Space and OCCAR, the European Medium-Altitude Long Endurance Remotely Piloted Aircraft System, or MALE RPAS, program has taken a decisive step forward with the completion of the negotiation phase for the Stage 2 contract. Assuming a contract signature early 2021, the first flight is expected in 2025 and the first delivery of serial items to PPS is targeted for 2028. The MALE RPAS is an indispensable capability to facilitate international conflict prevention and crisis management during all phases of operation, especially in the field of intelligence, surveillance, target acquisition, and reconnaissance, the I-STAR role. The development of a European MALE RPAS will ensure sovereignty in this area and will foster the European Defence Technological and Industrial Base (EDTIB). It will be designed to become one of the main pillars of any future combat air systems and will offer European industries the opportunity to participate in a large unmanned aerial vehicle program designed to integrate into civil air traffic and operate in non-segregated airspace. Soldiers from the famed 506 Infantry Regiment 3rd Brigade Combat Team, 101st Airborne Division Air Assault, descended on the Bell Helicopter Flight Research Center to take a look at the Bell V280 Valor. Designed and built under the Army's Joint Multi-Role Technology Demonstrator Program, the Valor has already flown more than 190 hours, demonstrating the advanced tilt-rotor technology needed to achieve the reach, agility and speed the Army is looking for in its next-generation air assault aircraft. The Reconnaissance participated in what the U.S. Army Futures Command calls a soldier touchpoint. Soldier-centered design is a key element of how Army Futures Command is taking on modernization of the Army. As members of the Rifle Squad conducted ingress and egress drills with their full kit, engineers took copious notes from commands on the cabin configuration, seat layout, restraint harnesses and headrest of the V280. The Chief of Staff of the Army, General James McConville, stopped by to observe the soldiers' touchpoint and took a moment to gather the team around to thank them. "It's important that you are here," he told the squad. "The engineers do a pretty good job designing the cockpit, the engines and such. But we have to remember we are building this for you, the customer, and your feedback now is important."